Look over here.
Ew.
Wow.
Purr. We did it, kind of, sort of, maybe.
Ish.
But, hello. Hi there. Good day. Welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. And welcome to...
Look over here.
Our exclusive companion series where we are diving into the looks from episode 2 of season 4 of Drag Race Down Under. I'm Logan Murphy, say something gay, and I am just now drinking on some water because hydration is incredibly important. Insert cup mug promo here at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Link is in the description below. We do ship domestically within North America and internationally, so there are no excuses, unless there are some excuses, and then there are some excuses, of which there are excuses. But go get some merch. It's all fine. Go get some merch.
Get your merch. Get your bottle. Get your socks. Get your cup. Come on. I'm getting one.
I think.
Once I finish my semester. So get your merch. Yeah. By the way, hi, hola. I am Eduardo, the Mexican representative of this podcast. I am here to talk shit and get hit. I still am not drinking anything. I have not eaten anything today. I just woke up yet again. So, I am surviving. I am trucking through. I am trying my best. But, I need to talk about these looks. That's what I have to do.
Oh my God. Absolutely. And we are going to talk about all of these looks from this episode. Before we do, though, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. And make sure to check out the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, and our Patreon for exclusive content and early access, including early access to most of the look over here for the franchises that we are currently covering. And if you did not go check out our recap episode where we were joined by icon, legend, and diva Ivana Drake from Drag Race Down Under Season 3, make sure to go check that out. We had a good key, and Ivana is amazing and incredible. So make sure to go check that out as well. But we are going to dive into the looks. And as we said in the recap, there would be at least 2 of us here to talk about looks. And guess what? There's 2 of us here.
There's 2 of us.
So, category is Sheer Genius. First up on the runway, Brenda Bressed.
I think this outfit is cute. I think, I really enjoy the makeup and the hair. I just honestly wanted more, tulle fabric, more sheerness to this actual outfit, because I feel like there's a little, too little of it. It is really just, a veil. And, I wish the dress was also made out of, a sheer material. But overall, it is a cute outfit. I think she looks good. I like this purple shade on her. And as I said, the makeup is really great. I like the shading of the face of the purple on it. This is a good outfit overall. As I said, I just wanted more sheer fabric on it, because it doesn't really, if you ask me what category this is, I wouldn't have said sheer.
I would have said purple.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. I do think the ensemble overall is very good. I love this hair on Brenda. The way she's done this kind of downturned makeup, doing this almost like purple widow kind of vibe. I'm really responding positively to that. I do wish that there was more sheer fabric involved with the actual garment itself. But I think what is there is good. This silhouette is so good. Brenda knows her body very, very well. And we've seen that from the promo to now. And we're going to see it throughout the rest of the season, I'm assuming. But she has such a great shape. And I love when she shows it off. And we've seen a lot of her showing it off so far. I just wish there was more sheer fabric going on. But overall, pretty good.
Yeah.
Scores.
80.
Also an 80. Next up, Karna Ford.
Lord. Okay. So, Karna, if you are watching this, let me just say this. I love you. I love you so much. You are iconic. You are a really good drag queen. I don't like this look. This is my least favorite look of the night, unfortunately. I feel like I've seen a lot of looks like this before, and I've seen them be executed better. I feel like just the nude illusion is not there. It looks gray, and just it doesn't look good. It looks like it doesn't fit her properly. yeah, it's just unfortunately not there, and it's not super creative. And as I said, I've seen this look done before, and I've seen it done better, unfortunately. So this just really falls short for me, which is really unfortunate. I do think the makeup and the hair look good. I will give her that. But the actual dress in and of itself is just really unfortunate. I think a lot of girls tonight try to go for nude illusions, and I don't think a lot of them were successful. So Karna is just one of these girls that fell to the curse of the the illusion of being a noodle.
I actually like this more than you do, it sounds like. I think the what sells this for me is her shape. I think her shape in this garment is really great. The hair I really like. I saw exactly where she was going with this, and I love this kind of sheer fabric mixed with all of the black, with the lace appliques and with the black glove. I really think that does wonders. And even having a bit of a darker eye in this, I think it all comes together in a really good way. Do I wish this was a bit more creative and a bit more, out there? Yes. But for what it is, I think it's a very solid ensemble. Scores
67.
77. Next up, fucking Lazy Susan.
This bitch. This bitch. How like I don't even know how this works. Like I've never understood how these things that spin around work really. And it's just I would have never thought of this. Susan is just so fucking creative. I would have never thought of doing anything like this. I think this does fit the theme of sheer. Because sure, is it like plastic? Yes. Is it transparent? Yes. But I think it's it's sheer. It's sheer. It makes sense.
Hmm.
Anyways, my only the only thing that I have like even the slightest issue with is the thing that she has underneath all of the clearness. Like you could see like where the like top finishes or like stops around her neck, and that's literally like my only issue. If it was like blended out a little bit better, I think it would be perfect. That's literally my only issue, that you can slightly see the nude illusion underneath it. That's about it, because this look is really well made, as I said, super creative, and nothing that like anything I would have imagined walking down the runway, let alone in Down Under. So this is really fun and really interesting.
Yeah, it's such a good look. It's such a good look. I was really happy to see her walk out in this. I think for me, the sheer quality of the runway sold me. The genius of it sold me. The use of AI in this, I think, is just so cool. Like, it's so different. She's really showing us such a different perspective. If I had one thing to criticize, the bodysuit underneath that she's wearing is a little wrinkly.
Yeah,
That's really all I can go on. But otherwise, I think she looks great.
yeah.
Scores
97.
93. Next up is Max, drag queen.
This look is fine. This look is cute. I like taking like the idea of princess with this look. I think the hair is great. I think the makeup is good. It's just not super creative either. Like like I just want to see Max really take a risk when it comes to her like drag, because I feel like a lot of her drag is like very similar to a lot of other Gen Z drag queens that I know of.
Mm,
Like there's a lot of similarities I see, and like I
mhm.
want her to be able to take a risk or be unafraid to reference like
Or
more
not
high
reference.
fashion looks, or not reference. Like I want her to take a more high fashion like approach to her looks every so often, because I believe that she can pull it off. Like she really has the face and the body and the like personality to really pull off a really high fashion look. And I feel like right now she isn't taking enough risks, because as I said, this look is fine, this look is cute, but there's nothing really groundbreaking about it. So I will give it a good score, but I just want Max to really take a risk with it because I know that she can get away with it, and I know that she would look incredible doing it.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is not the most creative look ever, but what it is very polished, very solid, and very good. She took a very common, like, I would probably think something like Pretty Princess, like that kind of vibe for a category like this. I know that's a different person. But the details that are here are really good. This wig is gorgeous. This has got to be what, four wigs probably stacked on
Probably.
top of each other. Like, it's such a good quadruple stack, if that's what it is, or triple stack, whatever. I love the tiara going on. The garment itself is pretty. Nothing is, super imaginative or anything like that, but I think what we have here is very good.
Yeah.
So, scores
82.
79.
Okay.
Next up is Olivia Dreams.
Okay. I actually like this look. I actually think this look is cute. Uh it does give me Cher. It's very referential, which is exactly what she was going for. And it also kind of weirdly enough reminds me of It Is Van Herpen. Like there's something about it that
There's
reminds me
definitely a Van Herpen, yeah.
of it. So I and Van Herpen is my favorite designer ever. So I immediately like am very drawn to this.
Mhm.
Uh I just wish the hair was bigger or a different hair with it. And I also felt like when she was walking down the runway, like I felt like she was still afraid. Like she was still
Yeah.
afraid from the challenge that she didn't really sell the look, which I just want her to like I just want her to be happier or to have a lot more energy behind the eyes, and then it would have been a lot better. But as I said, this look is really good. The references are both references that I really enjoy. And so I really like this look.
Yeah, I think it's solid. I think unfortunately for Olivia, the reference that she was trying to make went right over their head. And that's a shame because I really like this. I think the gown itself is gorge. I understand the hair for the reference, but wouldn't I would have done something a bit more slicked back as opposed to this kind of like
Yeah.
and I love Olivia dearly, but it does kind of look like a shake and go, and I just wish there had been a little bit of a slick back kind of situation. If you're going for Cher, I want a slick back hair. I want a slick back, long black wig for a Cher, like this kind of Cher. Um, Overall, I don't hate this though. I really don't.
Yeah.
So, scores
80.
78. Next up is Freya Armani.
Okay. I actually also like this look, and the judges seemingly didn't, and I was kind of confused as to why. I understand that there's so much like fabric that it no longer looks sheer, but I also thought that it was very smart to use that much fabric so that it no longer looks sheer. Like it is still sheer fabric. You're just using it in a different way. But like at the same time, I get it. I understand it. Uh, I wish there was just a little bit more volume on the actual skirt of it, but that's not something I'm really gonna harp on it. I really like this makeup. I think it's really interesting. This mug is so fun and so interesting, and I also really like this headpiece. It's just there's something about it that's really enjoyable. This hair is fine. It's not the main focus of it, but I think this hair is fine. Overall, I think this is a cute look. uh there's just like some here thing in there that I would have changed. I think the structure of it I would have changed a little bit, but I think overall it's a cute look. I think it's good.
I'm glad that there was something a little bit different
Mhm.
on this runway because a lot of people went with a very, very similar concept. I'm glad that we saw Freya do something different. I'm glad we're seeing Freya do something different. There's a lot of versatility when it comes to Freya, and that's what I was hoping to see most. She's one of the queens this season where I'm always going to be excited with what she's going to wear. And I love what she wore in the challenge. Obviously, it's, you know, the same thing as everyone else, but
Yeah.
her runways have been eating so far for me. The headpiece is great. The garment, you know, it's not the world's perfect garment, and I do understand what the judges were saying about it not looking sheer anymore, but I still really like it, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
So scores
83.
82.
There you go.
Next up, Lucina Innocence.
You see, I think Karna and Lucina had the same reference that they were trying to go for, and I think neither of them really hit what they were trying to go for. I do think this new illusion is a lot better than a lot of new illusions that we've been seeing so far, but as I have a lot of very similar criticisms with this look that I had with Karna's. I feel like I've seen this look a lot. I feel like there's nothing really creative about this look. I do think she looks beautiful. This look is like she looks pretty. This hair is great, and her makeup is just so pretty. It's kind of insane. It's just not super creative, and even then, as I said, the nude illusion is fine. It's one of the better ones, but I don't think it's super successful either. Uh, but like I'm very picky with the nude illusions as well, so it might just be me being very picky here. But I think this look is fine. This look is not the worst thing I've seen, but it's just, as I said, something that I've seen before and something that I've seen done better. So, yeah.
There's a lot about this that I do like. I wish the garment itself was a bit more complex. I'll say that. I wish it was, you know, I wish there was more going on. I wish that you know, the dress part actually went down to the floor, something like that. But what I will highlight is this nude illusion on Lucina is spot on. I think it is a great nude illusion. Um, it could have been a slightly warmer tone to match her
Mhm.
skin, but hey, I'll take it as far as like color matching is concerned. The
Yeah, I guess so.
hair is gorgeous and the mug is gorgeous. Like this top photo that we're looking at, this
Yes.
face and this headshot is everything I ever need in my entire life. I love that. I just wish the garment was a bit more elevated to match what she's got, you know, going on in the wig and the mug.
Mhm.
Scores
70.
78. Next up, Mandy Moobs.
Okay. So, I like this hair. I like going for this. I understand what she's going for. As I've said before, this kind of like silhouette is just not for me. I've never been a huge fan of this type of silhouette. It normally just doesn't work for me, and unfortunately here it just didn't hit. Uh, I'm not sure I like the black pants underneath it either. I'm not sure I like the pasties here. I feel like they're like I don't know. There's something about the breasts. It might not be even the pasties. It might be just the way that the breasts are painted on that they look 2D, they don't look 3D, which kind of takes me out of the fantasy. The actual fabric of this is fine. It looks a little bit cheap for me, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie. But as I said, I understand what she's going for, and I appreciate her taking a risk. It's just not for me. This is just all not for me, unfortunately, for Mandy. So I'm not a huge fan of it.
There's a lot about this that I do like. The black pants and gloves didn't need to be there. I think that really distracts from the otherwise really bright and vibrant color story that she's giving. Um, what would have done it for me is if the hair was black. If the hair was black, then I would have
Yeah.
understood everything. But the orange hair with the black accessories and the yellow garment just doesn't really do it for me. But what I do actually love is the garment itself. Um, I this is you know I expected something like this from Mandy, this kind of boudoir, almost like tits out kind of thing, and I do really like that. There's a lot that I would have changed. with the accessorization, but the garment itself is not bad. Scores
73.
79. Next up, Nikita Iman.
Okay, I like this look. My big question is she going for a nude illusion or is she not? Because
I don't think she is. I
that's
think
what I was
it is
thinking.
intentionally more like a silver sheer or even like a white sheer fabric. I
Yeah.
don't believe she was going for a nude illusion.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't 100% sure because, like, if she was going for a nude illusion, I was gonna say, "You look ashy, girl. Don't do that." But since
Yeah.
that's why I was like, no one's gonna go out of their way to make themselves look ashy, so I think she's going for silver, and that works a lot better. I think going for bouquet and flowers, I really like a lot about this. I think it looks great. I do wish that we didn't really see the corset underneath it, but you know what? That's nothing. I'm not gonna really harp on it. That's not something that's like a really big deal breaker for me. This is my second favorite look. I think she looks beautiful. I think the hair works great with this. I think she. I love that she's just giving us this Polynesian flavor and that she's unapologetic about it and that she's always gonna
Mhm.
bring it to us on the runway. Like that's something that I will always appreciate. And as I said
Yes.
on the first look over here, I will always appreciate when someone brings their culture into the runway. And so I will always give it props for that. And I
Yeah.
will give it props for this. I think she looks beautiful here.
I absolutely agree. I think the wig is stunning. The makeup is stunning. And I love all of the different accents of the colors to match the garment itself. The garment is gorgeous. And I do absolutely agree with you. I am so happy that we're seeing so much of our Polynesian heritage. With that being said, I am excited to see something different from Nikita.
Yeah.
I'm at the point now where, like, this is really, really good. We've seen 3 garments that are very, very similar. They're not the same at all, but 3 garments that are very similar in construction, in silhouette, in shape, and in presentation. I
Yeah.
just want to see, and I do love that we got the orange bikini moment. I think that's wonderful. And even her entrance look feels a little bit reminiscent of this. I just want a bit of a different flavor from Nikita.
Yeah.
I hope we see something just ever so slightly different. But this garment looks gorgeous on her.
Mhm.
I wish the neck fit a little bit tighter. That's really the only other critique I would have. But overall, I think
Fair.
the garment looks good. Scores
92.
83.
Fair.
And last up is Vybe.
Okay, this was the biggest question that I have here because
Hmm.
it's not really sheer. It's not really sheer, and it,
The top part is, but I see what you're saying. It's not
like the
really that
actual garment in and
sheer.
of itself is not actually
Yeah.
super sheer. I just
Yeah.
wish it was. I wish it was just this made out of tulle. That's all I wish
Hmm.
for because this silhouette is beautiful. I think this color is a really good choice because I understand that we're also kind of going for like a nude illusion, but if it was covered by like lingerie and like this kind
Hmm.
of I understand it. I understand this choice, and I would want this kind of colored fabric just more sheer. That's all I wanted. This actual outfit is really, really good. And like everything about this works perfectly. It's just the fact that the fabric isn't sheer enough for me. And so I do have to take off some points for it,
Hmm.
unfortunately. But as I said, this actual garment in and of itself is really successful and it works for me and it's really beautiful. And like I'm a sucker for the silhouette. Like the new look kind of silhouette will always work for me. I'm a sucker for it, and so every time that I see it on fashion, I will always live for it, and I live for this actual silhouette. It's just the fact that the fabric is not nude enough. That's it. That's literally it.
Fair. I see what you're saying. I don't mind, honestly. I don't mind
Fair.
that much. I still think it's a really good I think it's a really good garment, honestly. I really love this from Vibe. I really love this from Vibe. The hair, I just wish the hair was a little bit bigger. But the garment is good. Like you said, anything Dior new look, I'm gonna respond very positively to. I'm very, very happy with this look from Vybe. She looks stunning. Scores
84.
91.
Okay.
And that's that on that and this and also that. So we're going to get out of here. Thank you for joining us for this very quick look over here episode. Like we said, if you have not checked out our episode recap with the stunning I Want a Drink, make sure to go check that out immediately. And otherwise, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us for Drag Race Down Under. We've got so many fun guests for you all this season. So y'all need to strap in. We've got the Down Under girls here on this pod this season, and I'm so excited for every single episode that we're going to get for y'all. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share on the way out. Hit the notification bell so you know when we post all of our uploads. And make sure to check out the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our social media, and where you can get your merch, including but not limited to cup mug. And with that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So cheers.
Cheers and go forth and do.
Yeah.